Justin Bieber shades Selena?
Oh boy, Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott are over?
And is Ariana Grande really calling off her wedding?
Jocelyn and I are back together. We're about to break this down on Rumor Patrol.
What's up, you guys? Happy Saturday. Welcome back to Rumor Patrol. It's good to be back.
Good to be back in the studio.
What are you doing this weekend?
This weekend, I am just resting. Literally just relaxing, living my best life in my bed.
That sounds awesome. I'm actually at the California Pizza Festival this weekend.
What?
Which is a real life thing. It's going on all weekend in LA. Hashtag not spawn. But like, if you guys live in LA and like pizza, you should totally go. It's 2 days of just pizza.
I might have to get out of the bed to check that out.
You definitely should. Another thing that I really need details on from you immediately is this Ariana Grande situation. What's going on? All right, Emil, let's kick it off with this Ariana Grande rumor that she's calling off her wedding. I don't believe it. Tell me it's not true.
Okay, well, once I break this down, you may be like, oh.
Really?
Okay, so this comes from Radar Online.
All right.
And Radar Online, their headline reads, exclusive. Ariana ready to call off wedding to Pete amid family fears and fan backlash. Now,
this is insane, number one, because Ariana fans are so supportive of her and have been openly supportive of her on social media this entire time.
So you would think, right?
Yes.
But think about this, Jocelyn.
What?
First of all, Ariana and Pete Davidson have been in the headlines ever since they announced they were together. There is a story about them every single day. Like, it's almost worse than the Kardashians. But ever since it came out, Ariana fans haven't been the nicest to Pete. In the comment section of her Instagram.
I never look at.
Yeah,
I did hear Pete like canceled his Instagram account.
Yeah, so that happened this week. Pete canceled his Instagram account, and in that he said, no, there's nothing wrong. No, nothing happened. No, there's nothing cryptic about anything. I just don't want to be on Instagram anymore or any social media platform. The internet is an evil place and it doesn't make me feel good. Why should I spend any time on negative energy when my real life is effing lit? The fact that I even have to say this proves my point. I love you all and I'm sure I'll be back at some point.
I can only imagine what people at his level of celebrity dating someone as famous or getting married to someone as famous as Ariana Grande could potentially go through because people have way too much time on their hands to troll. But what does this have to do with them canceling their wedding?
Okay, so that happened, and in this article, now that happened after this article came out, but I think it's very relevant because in this article it says a source revealed that Ariana didn't know who Pete really was and fell in love with the idea of being in love. Her friends and family as well as her team are already starting to see the relationship fall apart, and they went on to say that Ariana wants the fairy tale so bad, but Pete has already started to take a toll on her image and she's tired of constantly having to stick up for him.
I don't think he's taken a toll on her image at all. I think he's actually like a really successful person in a totally different category of entertainment than her, which I like.
I do agree.
Do you think that he's taken a toll on her image?
I don't think he's taken a toll on her image. I think if we were to believe this Radar Online though, if anything, it's just been a lot of negative press, but more so towards him because of like some of the comments he makes and it gets blown out of proportion.
Right, because he is a comedian and some of the things he has said that Ariana has commented on or given reactions to that they've discussed, and honestly it's their personal life.
Right.
I think if anything, people are like, wow, like this is quite a whirlwind romance, which no one can deny. But don't you constantly hear stories of like, oh, my grandparents knew each other for 2 days before they got married and they've been married for 75 years.
Very true. Hear a lot of stories.
And I think especially when you've been in other relationships, like Ariana has even recently with Mac Miller in a long-term relationship, you learn what you want in a relationship, but more importantly, what you don't want.
Very true.
So I don't think you can just be like, oh, they've only been dating for a short time. It could never work out. I don't think that's fair.
Well, there's more.
What?
So Ariana revealed that she will be taking some time away from Instagram and Twitter after Pete wiped his Instagram clean. But the interesting thing, which I always find a little skeptical for these tabloids, is they reference one of their previous reports saying, as Radar previously reported, Ariana's brother Frankie, who just celebrated 1 year sobriety, does not approve based on the fact that the comic previously admitted to checking into rehab for substance abuse issues, yet actively promotes smoking marijuana on social media. Other family members are afraid it's all moving too fast and fear the up-and-coming comic could be using the superstar for fame and fortune. Now, this was interesting because there's literally a video out with Frankie Grande being interviewed by E.T. at this, it's like a Broadway Pride thing or something. And they asked about what he feels about Ariana's engagement, and he pretty much is gushing and saying how happy the family is for her. So this isn't really adding up.
Inside sources don't really know what's going on there. Also, regarding marijuana, in California, it's legal. So while you can definitely abuse any substance, even sugar, which is totally addictive, BTW, it's not as bad as obviously some substances that people abuse that are more drug related.
Yeah.
But I think that is something to point out. I think in different parts of the world, in different parts of the country, the stigma with marijuana is very different. In California, it is legal and people walk down the street smoking it, honestly. So I personally sometimes categorize it differently than I would other illegal substances that you guys are all aware of.
Yeah. Here's the thing with this whole story. My voice always cracks.
You're emotional.
I don't think that she would really call off the engagement and the wedding just because of people in her Instagram comments like causing drama. She turned off her Instagram comments, by the way. I don't know if I said that. So she turned the Instagram comments off as of when we recorded this video. And I just think people are blowing this whole thing out of proportion. And anytime there's two major celebrities and they're in love, there's going to be tabloids to do headlines about them.
Exactly. And a lot of them are going to be 100% creative writing and fiction. But is it true that because of fan comments and because of her family reaction, Ariana Grande is calling off her wedding? False. We have no reason to believe it.
No reason to believe it. I feel like this whole this whole episode is about relationships, and now I have to hear about Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott. Are they really over?
Okay, this is so funny because just last week, someone I know that doesn't work in entertainment was like, oh my gosh, I have a question for you. Is it true that Kylie's having another baby? So that is a rumor that we covered recently, and there's always something like, the world cannot let these people live and be happy. What magazine was it that they were just on the cover of?
GQ.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Wow. Hot damn. That was an amazing cover. If anyone has ever looked more together, it's them. They looked awesome. But the rumor is that Radar is reporting exclusively that, quote, overall, ready? Kylie's baby daddy, Travis, storms out of couple's hotel after epic fight. So Radar is reporting that they were out to dinner in New York. They had a 9 p.m. reservation. It ended 45 minutes later with Travis storming out. And then this witness told Radar that they saw Travis later leaving the hotel, quote, carrying a backpack and all of his clothes. He seemed angry, was walking really fast. It was super abrupt. Their bodyguards didn't even notice. And when they figured it out, had to chase after him. It definitely looked like Kylie kicked Travis out. Okay, here's the thing, you guys. There are so many different scenarios that could have happened here. He could have gotten a phone call.
Right.
He could have had a personal emergency. He could have had a career thing pop up. He does have a very busy life beyond his family. So I think to just jump to a conclusion, unless Kylie literally tweets out, we got in a fight. I locked him out. There's no reason to believe this.
There literally is no reason. I love how you put all those different scenarios because that would literally explain them leaving dinner early. It would explain like why he went and got his stuff early. Like we don't know. We're not in their relationship, but there were multiple outlets that I saw this on. Most of them weren't like legitimate. It was people who were quoting Radar. Also, I'm sorry, I had feta cheese with my breast milk.
Ooh, I love feta. I love an aged cheese.
But all these outlets that were reporting this, they were mostly referencing Radar. And do I believe that this scenario happened? Yes. The motivation behind it, though, I think they're kind of blowing it out of the water.
Exactly. And also, by the way, couples argue
all the time.
And sometimes that happens. Does it mean that their relationship is ending? Absolutely not. Also, by the way, we got to get back to this GQ cover because they actually talked about fighting in that issue. Kylie admitted it's, quote, normal for them to get in a little fight here and there, including even the day before that said interview. She said, quote, when we fight, it's usually just because we've been away from each other for too long. We didn't see each other for like 2 weeks. We have Stormy now and I can't travel with her. She's too young, so it's harder to see each other. Again, it's normal couple stuff, especially, and neither of us have kids, but like when you have a baby, I think based on like my sister at least, you go crazy.
I absolutely
think
believe
it's totally normal. Radar, though, once again referenced one of their previous articles.
Oh my gosh.
Saying that Kylie, quote, isn't sure she wants to be with Travis for the long haul. They said that a source said that Travis loves Kylie, but he isn't used to being in the spotlight in this way, the harsh reality of what being a Kardashian boyfriend really means is slowly starting to dawn on him, and he's struggling with it. Again, that's just growing pains, though. I mean,
literally, and this is what is so weird about this article, is because a lot of things that they say in the article could be true, right? It's just the spin that they put on it that I don't like.
Same. Anything could be true.
That's true.
And anything could be false.
That's
this
true.
show, Rumor Patrol, is focused on trying to just find facts.
Yeah.
None of which we really have at this point.
So, within that last statement, you know, could he possibly be struggling with dealing with being a Kardashian boyfriend?
Definitely.
Of course.
I think any man that walks into that situation and falls in love with one of these women is going to have a little bit of a learning curve.
It's a different level of celebrity, because most of the men that they date are already celebrities in their own right, but the Kardashians are on a different level.
It's like Bieber level.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't even know who else. Beyonce level. Like,
yeah.
It's really, really, really that high level of fame. Also, I'd like to point out that Kylie and Travis were just spotted on a romantic trip to Europe where they packed on the PDA. They went to his shows, they had some romantic dinners, and that's what balance and life is about when you have kids. You have to find those moments for yourself, but the concept that, like, they're breaking up or that they even had a fight, I mean...
So playing Angel's Advocate here.
Angel's Advocate!
It could be.
Oh my gosh, I've never heard
really?
that.
One of my best friends,
so
Sophia,
cute.
she hates saying Devil's Advocate, so she always says Angel's Advocate.
I love this. Okay, continue.
But if we were to believe Radar, which I don't, by the way, then you could say that they were putting on the PDA and putting it on for the cameras just to make it seem like they were still together. Or it could be like Jocelyn and I are saying, where couples get into fights and they had a little tiff, possibly, maybe even not, but they had a little tiff. And then afterwards, like, okay, we're fine. Let's get through this and keep going on with life, because that's what couples do, especially when you have a child.
100%. So is it true that Kylie and Travis are calling it quits?
This is so
false.
false.
Okay, rounding it out with another sort of couple story. It is hard for some of you guys to finally understand that Selena is over forever, because Justin is getting married and Selena's living her best life. She just turned 26. Also, the photos that she posted on Instagram,
gorge.
Most liked photo of all time, surpassing Beyonce.
Gorge.
Can you believe that?
I can.
It's crazy. Anyways, so the rumor is, according to OK Australia, that Justin didn't want to be with Selena because she wasn't quote unquote wifey material, which I feel like she is such wife material.
She is totally wifey material, and I just
whatever that means.
It's so.
Are we wife material?
I think so.
I think so.
You know, when somebody says you're wifey, I should have got the Urban Dictionary quote. But when somebody says you're wifey material, I feel like it's kind of subjective to each person. Like,
right, because everyone wants something different in their potential spouse.
Right.
I would assume.
Like I don't know what your wifey is. There hubby material too? Can there be?
There
hubby material?
should
right?
be.
If not, whatever it is, wifey, hubby. Each person is gonna have different scenarios of what makes them. Like, if you're into video games, wifey material may be somebody who's into Halo or Fortnite or something, right?
Hit me with that Fortnite. I've been practicing the dance.
But okay, here's the thing. This, like Jocelyn said, they put it as a quote. Justin tells Selena was never a wifey. They put it in a quote as if Justin said Selena was never a wifey.
Where does this even come with? So the article begins with a fake quote, which really sets the tone for the whole thing. The outlet then used quotes from his Instagram post that he dedicated to Hailey. And if you sprinkle that in with all the fakeness that's happening here, it really can almost look real. The outlet also focused on the line, "You are the love of my life, Hailey Baldwin, and I wouldn't want to spend it with anyone else."
I mean,
why does this even have anything to do with any of the... By the way, Selena Gomez is not the only person he's ever had a relationship thing with.
No, and that one line, there have been so many tabloids that have used that one line to turn it into this whole scenario and used multiple headlines. We did a story a couple weeks ago where whatever article it was, they literally used that same line. He's in love with her.
And honestly, if you're gonna marry someone, isn't that the way you should feel? Like, I don't want to be with anyone else.
Right.
This just seems very basic.
It's not a diss, it's just a fact.
What if it was like, oh, I used to want to be, you're the love of my life, and I used to want to be with other people, but then I guess I don't now, so I guess I want to be with you for the rest.
Possibly,
no,
maybe.
If he said that, all of us would be like, you crazy.
Right.
Instead, I'm like, I was reading this at home 85 times. I'm crying.
Yeah.
I'm emotionally unstable over this beautiful relationship.
It is really, really emotional. But they went on, guys.
Oh,
and the
gosh.
magazine states that it may seem that Justin and Hailey have gone from 0 to 100 very quickly, but he has known for a while that the 21-year-old model was wifey material. And then they went on to reference a quote from a 2016 GQ article when Justin says, "What if Hailey ends up being the girl I'm gonna marry, right?" But here's the reason why I said this gets tricky, Jocelyn, is because they were quoting and like referencing different magazines and legitimate outlets, but they weren't saying where it was from. So that's why I was saying if you sprinkle in these fake quotes with real quotes and you don't attribute who the source is, and it looks like if Justin actually said all these different things that
Bad
him saying
journalism.
Selena was never a wifey could look real.
But it's not real.
But it's not
This is
real.
what we're getting at. This is a fabricated story,
Yeah.
100%. And honestly, if you think about when Justin and Selena got together, how old were they? Like, how old was he? 15 maybe,
young,
or
yeah.
16? It's insane to me that then we're still linking like this teenage relationship to someone he's gonna marry in his 20s. If people were still linking you to someone you dated when you were like in the 9th grade,
I was still in the closet, so I would hope not. It would be a lot of questions happening there.
there would be so many fake quotes, so much fake news, so much intermingling with your Instagram account. But basically what we're getting at here is that this rumor is totally false. What a show today. I do love focusing on couples news. I wish this was more positive news. Like, is it true that Hailey and Justin are totally in love and expecting twins?
Oh, this is so... Well, I don't know if they're expecting twins. Wait a minute.
I just
I was
made
like,
that
listen to
up.
the first part.
I just literally made that up, but that's the kind of news I enjoy reporting. This was kind of depressing because all these rumors are totally false, but that's the point of the show, is to shut stuff down, and thank you guys for watching. All right, it's time for us to go. We'll see you guys next week. Hey, you guys, this video's not over.
What?
No, it's not over. You gotta click right here to find out if Harry Styles just admitted something huge.
Okay, and also don't forget to subscribe.
You guys should subscribe so you could see more of us all the time. Have you clicked yet?
Have you? I'm going to bed.
Clickety click, 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 click. Oh, are you still here? Click.